Hey guys, welcome to Dragon's Cave. My name's Karen. I'm going to do this little tray mold. Mold came from Timu, nothing special. I want to do it with Aquacast and then try something on top that I've never tried before. We shall see if this works or not. Um, so I've got my aqua resin powder measured out. I'm just going to pop that to the side for a second. So this is 250 grams, so it'll need 75 grams of water. The temperature has cooled down quite a bit, so hopefully it's going to be a little more time to take a little longer to cure than it normally does, hopefully, because it generally starts curing up before I'm ready. But then I am very slow, so that really doesn't help very much. Entirely probable that I've got a bit too much in here, but it's not a big problem. Probably should have put the water in a bit at a time rather than just slinging it all in. Now it's all lumpy and bubbly. I don't believe this is the fault of aqua resin at all. I think it's just that I'm pretty rubbish at using it. See, unlike resin, you can't really spray alcohol on here to get rid of the bubbles. You just have to kind of keep mixing, hope for the best. You can't even let it stand for too long for the bubbles to rise, because obviously then it'll cure in the pot. So I think I don't see any more lumps in there, and it's doing pretty good in terms of staying runny. So move the mold back here so you can see. And here we go. Hope we don't get too bubbly in the edges of the mold. Once I've got the goo poured, plenty of tapping. It's actually pretty good in terms of measurements. Not quite to the top, but actually we're very, very close. That makes a nice change for me, not having to run off and mix up some more quite quickly. So let's pop that there for a second, tap the mold so it all goes down, and hope, yeah, I've actually overfilled this. Let me grab a take a little bit out because it's going to run over the edges otherwise. Still a little bit too full. Yeah, better take a little bit more out. I'm making a lovely mess here. Hopefully, she says, knocking it out of the mold all over the desk. That should about do it. Just give it a quick bit more of a tap. Any bubbles in there to rise to the surface. And we are about there. Get myself wipe, clean my hands up before and then clean up the mess on the desk. I can demold this technically in about half an hour, so I will be back with you very shortly. Bye. Hi guys, this is ready to demold now. So I'm just going to give it a little bit messy around the edges, but that's entirely my fault. I'll clean that up. This is a good time to clean it up actually, because before it sets too much. Knock off the spare bits. This is not going to be very interesting, but so there we go. That's our starting point. One or two tiny little bubbles around the edges. It's got a little one here and one or two there, but they're fine. So the next part. So I want to use a little bit of this red acrylic paint. I'm going to do like kind of like blood splashes, but it's probably going to be a little bit thick. So I'm going to put a drop in here. I'm actually going to try that before I change my mind and find the right kind of brush for it. More brushes than I know what to do with here. So, no, I think it needs to be runnier. Or maybe I just need to put more on the brush. Better. Yeah, I'm just going to pop a drop of water and mix that in. And then I will be leaving this to fully set. It needs to dry out completely before I get to the next stage. There's my... I'm making a right mess of my fingers here. I can't find my bottle of working water, so I'm just going to... Oops, I think I've gone way too far the other way now. Let's give this a mix and see. Still a nice bright red, so let's give that a go, shall we? There you go, that's better. I'm going to have an awful lot of cleaning up to do later, but it's okay. Right, so I'm going to leave that to dry, clean up my mess, and I will be back with you for the next part. See you in a bit. Hey guys, ready for the next part now? This has had 48 hours to set, so it's completely set now. Put some loose bits on there. Okay, so I want to put stickers on here, but I will also want to put a layer of clear resin on. Now the thing of that is, you've probably seen this with other people. If you put the stickers on and then put the clear resin over the top, you will find that the colour underneath the stickers is slightly different, because when the resin soaks in, it does slightly change the colour. So what I'm going to do is put a very thin coat on. You may be able to see that that's already changing the colour of the powder. Get off there, drip. There a second. I'm just going to give this a little helping hand to spread out. Completely coat this. Really don't want to put too much in here because this tray is not very deep, and obviously the more resin I put in, the more depth I'm going to lose. I just need to find my silicone tool because I can see some bits of fluff in there already. And just there. And one here. Come on out. Come on out. There we go. So I haven't sealed this. I just put the resin straight on. I'm hoping that it's not going to make the red run. I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to pop these straight in because, oh, let's go for it. If I ruin it now, it's a bit of a pain, but kind of this down. Any air bubbles out from underneath it. Same with this one. And then I'm going to go with this. So just give it a gentle tap. Push it down very, very slightly so that any air bubbles that are caught underneath it rise up. I will keep an eye on this to make sure that they don't rise too much and that they stay more or less where I put them. And then we will be ready for art, whatever it is. Okay, so I will see you when this coat of resin is dry. Bye.